Very good afternoon and kudos to this channel. So obviously you already know my name. I'm Master Shintamani, your host. In this particular series of episodes, I want to make it very clear to you, my buddies and my friends, that as to why, in fact, but there's a need for us, or not or for us, but as an individual, or rather as a citizen of this country, or rather even as a human being, to basically opt for HRP. And HRP is basically a term, which means historical records preservation, or you could even call it as preservation of historical records, or rather preservation of past historical records. But you can call it as HRP, as PHR. Seems to be a little bit weird. So HRP, or rather, so friends, while you in fact have to opt for HRP, now you can opt for HRP in any way, like the preservation of historical records. Can be basically approached, or rather can be in fact attained in any way. For example, inside the house you live, you can basically go for preservation of the articles, or rather the artifacts, which belong to you, or rather something like this bag, or maybe something like that box, or maybe let me just take you along and basically show you as to what are the artifacts, or rather what are the articles which you can obviously save and stuff. Like friends, can you see this particular stash of books? Like basically, this seems to be and kind of an storage, which was created over here for the purpose of for the purpose of creating an historical association dedicated to the BMS College of Engineering where I study. So friends, the majority of all these books and majority of all these artifacts basically, seem to be the artifacts, or rather the documentation, which belongs to which dates back to 1980s, or rather 1990s as well. And obviously, that's to go on videotape over there is simply, not under the general public license, so which is why, all of those documents, can never be brought into a public domain, because we have some certain copyright issues. But certainly, what you can feel, what I can assert is that, friends, even that, I mean, basically, I don't mean to say that that particular table is a historical association, but friends, this entire house where we live, you know, this two-rooming house, which starts from there, and which basically extends to that far corner, basically serve to be a kind of a repository for storing some kind of historical articles. And it was that particular repository which was utilized by us, in major contexts. So in this particular episode, friends, I just need to bring it up in front of you that as to how can you as an individual, create something, which is you know which basically can impact something large. Like, I'm not talking about impacting the world or something, but what I'm in fact saying is that, for example, if you happen to be a vintage enthusiast, or rather an artifacts hunter, or maybe a preservationist, or maybe a kind of an historiographer or historian, or you can definitely start by organizing things, which organizing things following an order of the chronology, for you to in fact, first, start collecting records and collecting equipments, which date to past times, and that is basically HRP, or rather PHR, preservation of historical records, and which is an essential foundation for the establishment of an historical association. Have a good day.